What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dope Waters, and I'm back. And we got to talk about this, man. And ain't nobody going to be willing to talk about it because everybody's scared. But you see, we do a lot for Israel. We do a whole lot for Israel. They tell us we can't talk about Jews. They tell us you'll get banned if you say something negative about them. We do a lot for the Jewish people. But if you recall, Netanyahu just bombed a Christian church. And if you are a Christian, you go to Israel, they spit on you, they slap you, they punch you, they do all this other foolishness. Mike Huckabee rebukes attackers of Christian church village, crime against humanity and God. U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, condemned attacks on a church, a Christian village, and its historic church in the West Bank, calling them a crime against humanity and God. His statement came after visiting the site of arson and ongoing harassment. Huckabee traveled Saturday to Tebe, a Christian Palestinian town that residents say has endured a wave of assault by Israeli settlers in recent weeks. According to the Times of Israel, the attacks include a fire set near the ruins of the Church of St. George, which church leaders describe as among the most severe incidents to date. Huckabee, a long-term evangelical supporter of Israel, said during his visit that the desecration of religious sites represents an act of terror and that such action should carry harsh consequences. Now, America is in this relationship with Israel that, quite frankly, in my opinion, is like a one-way relationship. We have bombings going on. We have these people who are Israeli settlers attacking Christians. And just to make sure, because people will say, well, it wasn't Israeli settlers. Here you go. The Vatican News. West Bank Jewish settlers attack Tibet residents. So the issue that I have with this is all this money that we funneling to Israel, and you can't stop this behavior. Netanyahu can't do nothing about this. I mean, and the people wonder why there's such vitriol towards the Jewish community in America is because at the end of the day, when you see stuff like this, wait, we're supposed to give you bombs. We're supposed to fight your wars, and you don't do nothing. Hold on. And I'm not being anti-Semitic. I'm just keeping it real with you. At some point in time, something's going to have to be done about this. Either the scale's going to have to tip and become even, or we're going to have a problem. And I mean, it's going to be a much bigger problem than probably anything that these people can deal with. And I want to keep it real with you. I'm not going Candace Owens where I'm just obsessed with it, where she's just got to she went way too ham with it. But I mean, we got to be truthful, man. We got to be truthful. Like you got to know the truth and see the truth. That's one example. This is a guy who has a Christian cross. The guy takes the cross, throws it on the ground, and throws water on him, right? Watch this. So these are Christian pilgrimage on a Christian pilgrimage, and they spit at the people. But see, the expectation is everything here for you supposed to be taken care of. Oh, the Palestinians attack you in America. Oh, we got to change all the laws and do everything we need to do to protect you. But it needs to be it needs to be some reciprocity in this. Is the word I'm looking for. We can't go there and then get mistreated, and you come here and we turn everything over to you, and then kiss your behind. No, we can't do that. I'm sorry, we can't do that. It gets worse. Watch. Now, if this is done to a Jewish person in America, it's a hate crime. But if my black behind go over there, you do it to me, you just supposed to get away with it. I got a problem with this. I got a major problem with this. Like, we need to balance these scales because It's just major money going out of the door to protect, defend, house, and take care of these people. But we can't go there without getting cursed on and spit on. And is that a hate crime when he hit him? No, it ain't no hate crime. So I understand that we have a hardcore Jewish lobby here, but you guys gonna have to do something about this. And this is why the vitriol of the American people is just so prevalent when it comes to this issue. And subtract the whole Palestinian, Muslim, that whole crew of crazy people. And we pull them out of the equation. Now, part of that vitriol is just because they just wicked and evil. But when you look at the conservative side, a real part of the conservative movement has a problem with this. They really do. You have a major problem with it. Watch, this is what I'm talking about.
Spitting in front of me, spitting behind me, spitting on me, saying bad words to me, bad words about Jesus, throwing stones through our windows, and hate graffitis, and there's very often death to the Christians.
הרב ניקודמוס מכנסיית דור מציון חווה אין ספור התנכלויות ותקיפות אלימות כלפיו וכלפי אנשי הכנסייה.
Unfortunately, after that, it happened again and again. It was not that it's a singular experience.
חלה עלייה במספר התקריות המכוערות.
תצלם אותי, בוא תצלם אותי, שרמוטה, בוא. אל תיגע בי, אל תיגע בי, תסתום את הפה שלך, שאני לא אפר אותך לפה, לגל שלא תסתום אותי, תזהר ממני. כי הם נוצרים, אחי, וזה מה שאני אעשה להם.
This is what they taught you.
Fucking Yeshu.
It is very important that the religious leaders educate the people to tolerance.
גם מן ההתעלמות של המשטרה.
What we ask is that the government, through the police, do their job. Their job is to grant to all the citizens the right to live safety and in peace.
From the official Israel, I expect more. What I miss, it's really a very clear stance from the official Israel, from the police, from the security to say we have a problem. And this problem is called Christian hate from Jewish extremists. We have to face that problem.
את התופעה הזאת שחזרה לרחובות ירושלים תיעדנו כבר לפני כשנה.
And so the expectation is we're supposed to defend these people. And let's just go to the extent that, hey, it's extremists. Okay. Well, who is it that want their head for the most part? Extremists. Who want their neck? Extremists. The craziest thing is the Abrahamic faiths just fighting each other, but it's extremists that want their head. But we supposed to jump in and bomb Iran and do this and bomb Palestine, and bomb Iraq, and bomb Afghanistan, and blow up this and send our kids to die. And then if we decide we want to go to Jerusalem to see where Jesus walked, we get spit on. No, they're going to have to do something about that. Donald, if there's something that need to be done, you need to have a conversation with them about this behavior. Like that need to change. And I know we got our hands full, but that's something Donald need to have a conversation with Netanyahu about. You just gave them all these missiles to defend themselves and all the rest. And I ain't giving you nothing until you stop mistreating Christians where you at. And if they're extremists, then you know what? You need to lock up your extremists and change that culture. Yeah, I told you I'm on one today. I'm on one today. Hold on. Let me touch on this. How many of y'all remember this moment that Brett Baer bought Netanyahu on Fox News before the strikes on Iran? And remember me saying, I don't like the fact that one of the most prominent news stations in the United States of America just gives free airtime to another president of another nation in an interview, and it needs to stop. Like, you ain't in Bukele's nation watching their media interview Donald Trump. You're not seeing Chinese media interview Donald Trump. Only with this dude does everybody bend over backwards. And this right here got to stop, bro. I mean, it's got to stop.
You just said Iran tried to assassinate President Trump twice. Do you have intel that the assassination attempts on President Trump were directly from Iran?
Through proxies, yes. Through through their intel, yes, they want to kill him. Look, he's enemy number one. He killed Qasem Soleimani. He said, made it very clear, including now, you cannot have a nuclear weapon, which means you cannot enrich. He's been very forceful. So for them, he's enemy number one.
You just said Iran tried to assassinate President.
Now, if you remember what transpired after this, it was that week of war. They call it the 14-day war, or the 7-day war, whatever it was. Trump bombs Iran. Everybody's pissed because we don't want you bombing Iran. Bombs Iran. Go through this change. They bring people to the table. He gets a ceasefire between Israel and Iran because Iran is shooting rockets like it's nothing. He gets a ceasefire. And then at the end, Trump says, Netanyahu doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Because he's like, I don't like how he threw missiles at the end. And then just recently, he started bombing more stuff. No. See, we got to find a way to deal with this. This is an issue for America. A huge issue for America. And outside of the war, the treatment of Christians in your nation is not equivalent to how you guys are treated in our nation. Do people talk bad about y'all? Yeah. Yeah. They got plenty of people talk crazy about y'all. But is anybody outside of those crazy kids on college campuses walking up to you, smacking the piss out you? No. Is anybody, when you walk down the street, is anybody spitting on you? No. In fact, you've integrated into our society to the point to where, hell, if most people don't even know you a Jewish person. But ain't nobody going to your Jewish synagogue standing outside spitting on the ground, setting them on fire, bombing them. Now, you may have them it's going to be them radical leftists do it, and them radical Islamists do it, but Christians ain't running around doing that to y'all. And that's got to stop, man.